Okay, so you guys are officially Minnesota residents now.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Again.
Yeah,
Yes.
again.
For the third time for me.
Hopefully
yeah.
permanently this time. I don't want to move again.
Yeah.
What would you say that you, so far, like obviously you've been here a bunch of times, but like you like the most or the least
How about of your neighborhood?
of your neighborhood?
Well, we are within walking distance to the state fair. So that was a huge plus when
Nice.
state fair weeks hit.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
were
we
we
walked.
were able to just not have to deal with parking. We walked in.
We
I mean,
didn't
it
have to
was
worry about
so nice.
So
not
nice.
drinking or anything like that because
Yeah.
we were able to, we were able to walk around the fair and enjoy some beverages and then not worry about it because we could walk home.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But we were also far enough away from the fair that wasn't a bunch of. We weren't having to sell parking spaces. out
Yeah.
of the front part.
I was wondering
So
that.
Yeah.
No,
it-
we didn't
it
have
never really-
much for people
Like
trying
foot
to find
traffic.
parking.
Yeah.
$50 an hour, get your mortgage paid that month.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, there was a little bit of parking kind of closer to the zoo, but not even around the lake as far as state fair parking. But yeah.
No, I think my favorite thing is the close knit community of our neighborhood. Like all of our neighbors are incredible.
So you've already met a lot of
Yeah,
them.
I've already met most of them. Like within the first 2 days, I think half of them came over and introduced
That's
themselves.
Dang.
To the point that we
amazing.
we still need to make the map, but just to remember
Oh,
who
yes.
lived where, because there was so much
So-and-so lives
information
here,
overload
yeah.
and every time they introduce themselves and they're like, and this person lives here, and this person lives here, and this person. All right, okay, we're getting a refresher right
Yeah.
now. Like, keep going.
Yeah.
We've already
Yeah.
met them, but
But
keep
yeah,
telling
doing a
us.
map
Yeah.
would be good.
And I'm like I remember half of households. And so I'm sitting over here like, sorry, Becky's husband, I don't remember your name,
Yeah.
but good talking to you. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'm
we
so
had-
bad at that. Like,
We had one neighbor that was like, oh yeah, like I usually make a little note about me and my family. I can include a list of like who's who and what address they're at and everything. And I was like, yes,
Please do.
Like I need that because
Dang.
one of our neighbors, like a couple will come over and they'll be like, hi, Kristina and Zach. And I'm just like,
I can't remember if I've met you
Yeah.
before, but you know my name already.
Yeah.
So it's you've either talked to someone else in the neighborhood or we've
Yeah.
talked.
yeah.
But they've been super welcoming.
Oh my gosh, they've been amazing. They've
good,
been
good to see you again.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. one of
Yeah,
those,
maybe, I don't know.
Every single one of them has been awesome. And so that was really, really important to me that we have a close-knit community. And I mean, even when we were getting our floors redone last month, I was kind of just hanging out in the backyard and reading a book all day. And I walked around the front of the house at one point, and one of my neighbors comes out and she's like, did you just get home from work? And I was like, no, I've been home all day. And she goes, oh, okay. I was watching them to make sure that they weren't messing around or anything like that. They were doing really good work and stuff. And like
Nice.
was talking about how she was just watching the house and stuff. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that,
Yeah.
when we're gone on trips, I can
Yeah.
tell them and they'll watch the house.
Absolutely. Or like, hey,
So-
I have a package at home. Can you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I have some great neighbors like that,
Yeah.
that, shout out to my neighbors for a recent package delivery. But it's just nice to have those people that you can trust that you're like, hey, I'll do the same courtesy for you. Like it's nice.
Yeah. And then I think also the lake walk.
We've taken full advantage of being that close to
Oh,
the
I
place.
go every single morning when he leaves for work. I hook up our youngest dog to the harness and I take her out for a couple laps because she's spazzy as
She needs the exercise.
Yeah.
She needs it. And so I've been taking her out every morning and I just make myself a coffee and go on a
Nice.
walk and
They keep us exercised, right?
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and there's enough paths too. We're not taking the same route through the park either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
building on Lake Como. Lake
The
Como.
the
pavilion.
pavilion.
it's so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
One of my favorite buildings
That's a
like
cool
in the Twin
place.
Cities.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you been to the conservatory yet since it's right there?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
That's a
beautiful.
crazy thing to do in the winter because
Oh,
it's
it's the
so
best.
hot and so
Right.
humid. It's
Yeah,
such a trip.
Yeah, people were like, one of his family members, his aunt, was like, yeah, if you ever have like seasonal depression or
Yes.
anything, just go there.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. And I'm like, I will try that out.
Dress
Yeah.
in layers because as
Yeah.
soon as you get in from being
Yes.
outside,
Yeah.
you gotta shed a few layers.
The humidity. Yeah,
Yeah.
I either go there or like greenhouses. It
Yeah.
definitely is helpful.
What do you like the least? And if you can't think of anything about your neighborhood, let's say
I
Minnesota.
mean,
I
really,
have one.
I kind of want to guess it.
Oh,
but I don't
all
know
right.
if I'll
Yeah,
get it
that's a
right.
new game.
Are we on the approach to the airport and having the planes fly over?
No, actually, that doesn't bother
okay,
me.
cool. Because that was something on your list for what we're avoiding.
Noise.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I didn't want to be too close, but honestly, like they're high enough by the time they fly over our house that it doesn't bother me.
How often do they fly over your house?
About once a minute.
Really?
I'm an airplane nut. So
In Como?
Yeah.
Oh, for the St. Paul airport.
for St. Paul, and then they loop around for Minneapolis.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they fly over pretty frequently. I was also worried about the train, but that
No,
actually kind of lulls you after a while.
Yeah, and
I
they're
like it.
really good about not having. I mean, they don't hit their horn unless someone's on the tracks.
Okay.
I mean, we've
And
got
they
a bridge
go
right next
slow
to us,
through
so
the
it's
neighborhood. So
not like they're ever hitting the horn for the crossings or anything.
Yeah.
And the crossing that's actually on Como is far enough away from us, so we don't hear like the crossing bells.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm close enough to a train where you hear the rumble. I like the rumble.
Yeah.
The
But
rumble
yeah.
would be good, but the dings of like stuff like that, like I couldn't.
There's no real
couldn't handle it.
dings. I don't hear, yeah, but every now and then, just, and that's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll,
Yeah.
we'll hear it every,
Yeah.
we'll hear it every now and then,
Go,
like 2
yeah.
in the morning. I'm like, deer or person
Yeah.
went across
I was
tracks? I
gonna
don't know.
say, I've never been woken up by it. It doesn't. I mean, every once in a while I'll be sitting in the living room and I'll just boo boo, and I'm like, oh, someone's on the tracks
Yeah.
or an animal or something.
Yeah.
But it really like they go slow enough that I mean it's just it doesn't even like shake the house or anything like
Good.
that. You can't feel any vibrations from it or anything. So
Yeah.
it's
So what is your
Yeah,
least
so what was
favorite?
your
Yeah,
thing?
I'm wondering that
I know
too.
we're all.
the oak trees.
Oh,
The oak trees have been bothering me. They've been getting on my nerves because of all the squirrels.
I was about to say, is it the squirrels or the oak trees?
Well, I mean,
Or is it your dog's
Elaborate.
reaction to the squirrel?
Yeah.
well,
They're-
no,
they're
they
fine.
actually
Okay.
are all right. I think, and I don't know that it's even necessarily the squirrels themselves, but all the acorns that they drop.
And then the chipmunks that follow.
It
the
is a bit of a
acorns.
casualty with the.
I got hit by
Yeah.
one yesterday.
Yeah, you kind of you walk through it. Like yesterday, we were going to run some errands, and I was like, one of these times, I'm just gonna get pelted with an acorn.
Yeah.
And the squirrels, they're very, I don't know, hardworking to the point that they'll try to chew through some bigger branches or sticks. And so it's
Ambitious.
More things are falling.
ambitious is the word I'm looking for. Where
Yeah.
they just, it's not just a single acorn coming down. It is a cluster
my
that's coming
gosh.
down, and you're,
Well, and I think
Yeah.
in particular, on top of the acorns, I think it's the acorns that bother me the most. I think that's the root of the problem because we had that storm last night and the wind and everything, and it just sounded like the house was being pelted.
Really?
and they do sound like
Dang.
hail.
Yeah.
It
That's-
sounded like massive hail. And
That is wild.
we have, giant, like ancient oak trees, like every 200 feet on
Oh,
our
yeah. Your whole
street.
street is like
it's-
beautifully lined. Yeah.
It's gorgeous, but oh my gosh, like when there's a
shade.
storm.
Great shade, but then there is just mashed acorns
Yeah.
all over on the
Yes.
street.
Yeah.
We had a street sweeper come through last week, and I'm like, it's the acorn street sweeper. It's not
Yeah.
for anything else on the street. It is just for
He's
the
actually just
acorns.
harvesting eight
Yeah.
acorns.
Yeah.
You know, to get you guys for Christmas.
I was
helmets.
saying, can I
Like,
make some,
hard
can I
hat.
climb the tree and make some pies? Like,
Probably.
I don't know what else to do with them. I look out.
She's out the window,
know.
just like angry at the squirrels. And
I know what I'm not decorating the house with.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
just no acorns anywhere.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
acorn tattoos, nothing. I saw the little leaf in there. She'd be like, no acorns. Like,
yeah, yeah.